In 1788, Georgia was formed. Since then, the state we know and love has evolved into a global economic hub and a champion of industry and community. I love Georgia, but it's more than peaches and peanuts. My name is Bárbara Rivera Holmes, and I am Georgia's Labor Commissioner. Join me and my team as we travel around the state, chatting with business owners, industry professionals, and our citizens in our mission to highlight exactly why Georgia is the #1 state for business. From agriculture to imports, manufacturing to technology and logistics, and everything in between. We're showing off our beautiful state for all to see. This is Peach State Stories. Georgia is known for opportunity and diversity, and the southeastern region of the state exemplifies this perfectly. Savannah, Georgia's oldest city, plays host to industries that keep the economy strong. With beautiful views and a story around every corner, Savannah is both a pillar of American history and a hub for businesses that grow Georgia's economy. Tourism in Savannah attracts millions of visitors each year to its cobblestone streets, its parks, and its notable historic buildings. The downtown area, which includes the Savannah Historic District, is one of the largest national historic landmark districts in the country. East and coastal Georgia is growing at historic rates, and we had the opportunity to visit with our partners at the Savannah Economic Development Authority, the Regional Industry Support Enterprise as well, to learn about the innovative things that they are doing, not just on business recruitment and expansion, but also in supporting growth, on workforce development, on housing, on childcare, on supporting citizens' re-entry into the workforce. They're doing some phenomenal things here in coastal Georgia, and we're here to learn from them and take that message throughout the state. With the innovative programs and strategies in place in coastal Georgia through the Savannah Economic Development Authority, through the Regional Industry Support Enterprise, and other economic development and chamber groups, we see great synergies between our goals and our programs at the Georgia Department of Labor and the programs that are in place in coastal Georgia. We really look forward to finding innovative ways to partner to be able to support these enterprises. When you think about coastal Georgia, you may get visions of sunny beaches or the playful riverside atmospheres that the Savannah and Brunswick areas have to offer. What you may not picture is the vast amount of cargo imports and exports that flow through the Savannah River every single day. Georgia's ports provide thousands of jobs and employment opportunities for our state. The Georgia Ports Authority here in coastal Georgia is an engine for facilitating Georgia as a global hub for commerce, a global hub for importing and exporting. And visiting with their leadership and touring the impressive site, we're able to see the volume of import-export capabilities every single day flowing through the Georgia ports. They've adopted some very interesting and innovative strategies as well, so that they're not just positioned at the coast here in Georgia, which of course is of great importance, but also with ancillary inland ports throughout the state to really facilitate that traffic of exported goods and importing goods, making Georgia the global leader here in our country. The Georgia ports already leads as the second largest port on the East Coast and the third largest in the country, but they have a very impressive and aggressive strategy to grow that volume even more and to surpass where they are today, ultimately benefiting Georgia's and our global economy here. The logistics industry continues to be more and more innovative and more sophisticated. We saw that at play at the Georgia Ports Authority with the loading and unloading of the cargo ships, with the transport of the containers throughout the facility. And speaking with their employees, they have a passion for service, they have a passion for doing this job. And throughout our state, we can see the importance of logistics. What we're really encouraged by is the innovative strategy for continuing to advance logistics in our state. The Georgia Ports is a major driver of that. For me, one of the coolest experiences of visiting the ports was being in the crane, going up more than 150 feet, being in that capsule with the operator, and really being able to see the precision that it takes to be able to get a container on and off a ship, the expediousness with which they do it, the skill that they have to do it, and really in talking to the employees, why they work at the Georgia port. It's a competitive environment that allows them to support their families while allowing Georgia to grow. Really impressed by the growth strategies in place at the Georgia ports, both for volume but also just for land mass. We need a very strong import-export capability here in Georgia. The ports delivers on that, and as they plan for the future, that strategy is even more important. The skill that they have to do it, and really in talking to the employees, what started off as a hobby business here in East Georgia has now grown into an enterprise with more than 400 employees creating precision weapons for our country. Daniel Defense is an employer of choice with a mission to honor God and protect freedom, hiring veterans and others who are focused on this mission, a provider of weapons solutions for our military, for our law enforcement, and a deep partner in backing the blue. When we toured this facility, it was very obvious the pride that they take in ensuring accuracy and sophistication of their systems to protect our country. It's a phenomenal story of small business development, small business growth in Georgia, which continues to lead the country as the #1 state for business. The governor's goal is for it to also the #1 state for small businesses, and we can see that the strategies in place through the governmental partners are enabling the private sector to achieve those goals. My goal is for Georgia to not just be the #1 state for business, but the #1 state for small businesses, which are the backbone of Georgia's economy and also the free enterprise system in our country. We share this goal with the governor's office as well, and by all of the partners working in sync, we can see the impact that we're having on the private sector through smart policy that facilitates job creation and small business development. The precision and integrity of Daniel Defense's manufactured weapons here in East Georgia are really a reflection of the strong culture and the people that work there from a patriotism standpoint, but also from the technical capabilities that they have. One of the things that I really enjoyed most was learning about the inside of our weapons that really fuel America's defense and the innovative strategies and practices that they have in place that differentiate them from other weapons manufacturers.
As your labor commissioner, I am passionate about our state and growing our economy. It's important to mention that the Georgia Port Authority, Hyundai Motors, and Daniel Defense all offer above average competitive wages. This is a big deal. Valuing our citizens and their skill sets propels our economy and keeps Georgia the #1 state for business.
One of my favorite things to do as we're touring our communities throughout the state is to visit our local eateries and to experience the local culture. We had such a phenomenal experience at Dolan's in Statesboro with their well-known barbecue, meeting with our House Speaker, with our rules chairman, our regent from the University System of Georgia in that space, and other leaders talking about their local economy, talking about their workforce needs and their strategies for managing growth in an area that is experiencing very fast and rapid growth. At the port on St. Simon's Island, I enjoyed some of the best local shrimp I've had in a long time and really enjoyed the familiar aspect of it. Families playing games, locals in their beachwear in and out, and it's just a real taste of the importance of local businesses on our economy. At Southern Soul Barbecue, one of my favorite spots here on the coast, enjoyed the daily special. If you've not been to any of these, I highly recommend it. They're well known throughout the country for their fare. Supporting local businesses is a priority of mine, and it should be a priority of every citizen in Georgia. We know that of every $100 spent at a local business, 68 recirculates throughout the economy, providing jobs, boosting economic development, and supporting our communities. I really encourage all of our viewers, all of our citizens to continue to support local, shop local, eat local. You know, I've spent a few very important and quality days here on coastal Georgia with legislators from throughout the state talking about trends in economic development, talking about trends in labor force as well, and talking about policy as we look at the past legislative session, but really as we forecast the big issues that are still trending in Georgia that we'll tackle during the 2026 legislative session. It's been a pleasure and an honor to be with the Georgia Chamber of Commerce to speak to them about what we do at the Department of Labor, the resources available, and the role that we play in bolstering bolstering Georgia's #1 asset, which is really its labor force. We're looking forward to the legislative session to working with all of our legislative partners and with the Georgia Chamber and our chambers across the state to drive policies that are smart, common sense, that facilitate job creation and that facilitate business investment in Georgia.
It has been a jam-packed couple of days in our state's coastal region, exploring why this area is so vital to our state's economy. We all know about the strong tourism scene in Savannah and coastal Georgia, but the enterprise backbone can be overlooked. The Georgia Ports Authority and Hyundai Motors are leading employers throughout the region. Businesses such as Daniel Defense that are born and raised in Georgia are a prime example of the supportive ecosystem that helps our small businesses thrive. As an economic developer myself, I have a deep appreciation for innovative organizations such as the Savannah Economic Development Authority and the Regional Industry Support Enterprise for partnering with businesses and schools to develop a modern and adaptive workforce that gives Georgia a competitive edge. I am looking forward to our next adventure. Look for us in your neck of the woods soon.